If tongue and lip ties were just a tissue problem, then why do so many babies still struggle after they're released? Why do adults with no visible ties still have airway issues, jaw pain, poor posture, or chronic tension? The truth is, ties are rarely the root problem. Tension is. And here's another truth that nobody tells you. When your baby with a tongue tie also struggles with reflux, colic, constipation, or can't sleep laying flat, the tie isn't the whole problem. It's a sign your baby's nervous system is stuck in stress mode and struggling with nervous system dysregulation. A problem that goes at least one level deeper than the tongue and lip ties themselves. Research shows about 10% of babies have a tongue or lip tie, but the babies who also have digestive issues, sleep disturbances, and can't calm down, that's not four separate problems. That's one nervous system showing up in four different ways. The revision addressed the tissue, but if the nervous system tension remains, the body recreates the restriction and a perfect storm of neurological dysfunction likely still marches on. It's not surgical failure, it's your baby's body trying to protect something deeper. If you feel like you've done everything right with the tongue tie release, yet feeding and sleep challenges persist, or maybe you're watching this with a toddler or young child who had their ties surgically revised years ago, but is still struggling with sensory issues, speech delays, motor tone and coordination issues, and developmental challenges currently, then this video is for you. I want to start by telling you about Eris. She struggled from the moment she was born. She couldn't stay latched and clicked constantly during feeds. Mom remembers those first hours. All Eris did was cry. Visitors at the hospital even gave those yikes and oh man, that sucks kind of look because she was just not content. For months, they struggled to nurse. Eris was constantly gassy and fussy. If she wasn't being held, she'd arch her back and she would cry. And you can see that discomfort. A 5-minute car ride would literally set off the entire family because she would cry the whole time. They pursued a tongue tie revision, but here's what made the difference. They addressed her nervous system both before and after the procedure. Mom kept Eris' adjustments frequency very high because of all the stress that her little body was going through. She could visually see how Eris's body relaxed after every single adjustment. The breakthrough, a trip to California, where Eris was incredible through the plane ride, car rides, restaurants, and slept great in a new environment. Today, she is full of energy and loving life with no struggles eating, talking, or digesting. Here's the thing, neurological tone dictates soft tissue tone. So when your baby's nervous system runs in high stress mode, what we call sympathetic dominance, muscles throughout the body stay tense, including the tiny muscles and facial tissues around the tongue and jaw. So think of your nervous system like a car with two pedals. We have the sympathetic side, which is the gas pedal, mobilizing energy, increasing heart rate, creating muscle tension for protection. And then there's the parasympathetic and vagus nerve side, which is the brake pedal, activating calm, relaxation, and regulation. So when subluxation is present in the upper cervical spine and the cranial bones, the gas pedal is stuck on, and the brake pedal pretty much doesn't work. Your baby's entire body stays stuck in fight or flight protection mode. So the body creates tissue restrictions as a protective response to this deeper dysfunction. Ties are compensatory protections, not the root cause themselves. So the tongue tie is neurologically and fascially connected from head to toe. When there's tension anywhere in that system, the tongue often adapts by tightening, shortening, or appearing tied. Maybe you're thinking, why do some babies have ties when others don't? It's actually accumulated stress during critical developmental periods. Prenatal stress triggers the sympathetic nervous system for mom and baby, which then becomes frequently overstimulated and hardwired for stress over time, altering how the baby's nervous system develops. Then you talk about birth interventions, so things like forceps, vacuum extractions, C-sections, inductions, prolonged labors. These all will apply forces to the delicate upper cervical spine and cranial bones. This creates subluxation right where that vagus nerve and other important nerves that control the tone and tension on the soft tissues of the tongue, lips, and mouth originate from. The vagus nerve and other cranial nerves control the tongue movement, jaw coordination, swallowing reflexes, digestion, heart rate, emotional regulation, and immune function. So, when these cranial bones compress at the skull base during birth, it affects this critical nerve. This is why your baby with a feeding challenge also has reflux and colic and can't sleep. It's not separate issues, it's one nervous system that is stuck in stress mode. So, the reasoning behind why just releasing the tissue isn't enough is because without addressing the tension, function doesn't fully change. The nervous system is still stuck in fight or flight or sympathetic dominance. The muscles don't know how to relax, and posture, movement, and breathing patterns haven't changed. So, when you address the foundation first, looking at the nervous system, then real lasting change happens. This real change requires first the activation of the vagus nerve and parasympathetic brake pedal side of the nervous system for rest, relaxation, and regulation. And then, second, structural balance and proper alignment. If this isn't restored, the subluxation, tension, and dysregulation pattern comes right back. If the nervous system doesn't feel safe, the body will retighten. And that's why tension care before and after release is so critical. There are also so many positive side effects of getting your baby adjusted. Improved sleep, improved digestion, congestion will clear, your baby is happier, more regulated, more connected, and these are signs of a nervous system that is shifting into a balanced, regulated state. Sometimes the journey to get here on the outside is not so easy and straightforward for our little ones, and they end up stuck in stress and tension mode. Neurologically focused chiropractic care works to release and clear out that underlying nervous system tension so that everything can shift and improve. Not just the feeding, but the sleep, comfort, digestion, and their ability to thrive. If you're ready to address the foundation instead of chasing symptoms or going back for another revision, comment ties below and we will actually send you some additional resources and a link to get scheduled with our office, New Ridge Chiropractic and Wellness, here in Colorado Springs. Your little one and entire family deserve root cause solutions that don't just chase symptoms, but get all the way into the foundation. That's where lasting results truly come from.